Welcome back to the SML podcast. This is your host, Richard Little, but you can call me Dick. I'm also Field Journal 007, the owner of the Seattle Seahawks of the SML. I'm here live with Colts owner, Primetime 000, and Eagles owner, Space Ghost White. All right, boys, on today's podcast, I think we need to talk about the SML and more importantly, the undefeated teams. Prime, what teams are left unbeaten at this point? I think we got Seahawks.
We got Panthers and Bills. Is that correct?
I think there's a couple more teams.
You, Panthers, Bills.
Me, Panthers, Bills, Giants.
Giants is undefeated?
The Giants is undefeated.
No, bro.
I'm pretty sure. You might want to double check your stats there because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we got like 6 teams.
Yeah, we have 4 teams there.
All right, we got Panthers, Bills, Seahawks, Giants.
So, and then let's check on the opposite side of the spectrum. What teams haven't won a game yet?
The 49ers, that guy just quit.
That guy just left the league. All right, first of all, not only do you not win a game all year long, then you're just going to jet.
Well,
you're going to get out of there.
That's probably why he is.
And that's probably why. You got tired of losing. The talent is too elite here in the SML. You can't handle the heat and stay out of the kitchen, right? And then the Dolphins, I don't know if we actually have an owner.
Yeah, that might have just been a team.
That may just be a CPU team where everyone's just beating the pants off it. Literally just pulling down Kim Kardashian's britches and just taking her to Pound Town. So really, I guess the question about the undefeated teams is, which team? Do you feel that there's a team out there right now that can actually go the whole season undefeated, and which one would that be?
I think let's start with the NFC, and we'll look at. We'll go ahead and look at the Panthers, and they're the favorites. They won the Super Bowl,
right?
But great team, top 5 player in the league. He can easily win out, but he's got some tough matchups. He's got Big John,
right?
He's got Raider Outlaw, who played him close, and he's also got
Blunt Burner of the Redskins.
Yes.
That guy's been always competitive.
And also Aaron 2388, under the radar guy, but I think he can actually pull off something here. And then we'll switch to the Seahawks. That's you. Pretty favorable schedule here. Bino DeBarber, tough guy.
Vikings.
Vikings and the DMI Rome. I don't know much about Raw Dog Rob, but I'm sure he's a pretty tough.
We got nothing but competitors in this league. The Bills, though, if you want to take a look at what the Bills have been doing, especially in their last game, I'm pretty sure he just thumped somebody.
Yeah.
The Packers, 35-0, and he's still going strong. I mean, look at the point totals he's putting up this season. The lowest point total is 21-7.
He's playing angry. I mean,
he's coming out.
And he's had some crucial. He's played New England, tough opponent,
right?
Super Bowl capable player, and beat him.
Winning these big games. What's the last team there?
He's got the Vikings, could be tough.
The Giants was the last one. So, I mean, the Bills, they got to play you. Yeah. I think that's probably going to be the game he'd lose. I think the Bills, realistically, I think that he's probably going to go 15-1, 14-2. I think I'm going to probably lose at least 3 or 4 games, in all honesty. The only team, Jonesy went 15-1 last year. I think Jonesy would probably be the one that finished his regular season 16-0. But the Giants, he's got to play you. And you're kind of been a dickhole as of late. You're trying to get revenge, getting back on track. Space Ghost, what do you think about this whole thing? What's going to go down with all these undefeated teams?
Well, they're not going to stay undefeated, obviously. Jonesy, though, I think there's a chance he stays undefeated as he came near it last year. So we'll see how that pans out. I'll say it now. Best in the NFC, Jonesy. Who are some of these scrub teams with one win? Oh, is that the Eagles?
Cold-blooded, dude.
Is that the Eagles? Oh, yeah. That's my team. Whoops. Well,
you got one win?
Yeah.
Have you played any of your games, dude?
Yeah, no, I have. Yeah, I actually.
And you're losing all these games.
I just got.
And you're gonna sit there and try to trash talk.
No, I'm not
on a live podcast.
No, I actually just got beat pretty bad by.
Who'd you play?
I got beat by the Texans.
Why? What went wrong in that game?
He's just a good player. He outplayed me. I need to sharpen up.
The fact of the matter is you don't have a lot of experience as of yet.
That's true.
Especially in these league games, which you got to admit are probably a lot harder than a quick match online.
No, without a doubt. I mean, these people come prepared. They're playing by sim rules. Really haven't had any bad experiences. Who's that one guy who quit?
What's your opinion on sim play game versus lobby play? Do you think that it's actually a better, more fun, competitive experience than a quick match online where you can go for on 4th and 69?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... playing in sim, it feels a lot less dirty. Everyone's playing by the same standards, or at least I hope. And so it allows a little less room for error. So yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy playing like this.
I'm just gonna throw this in there. Space Ghost White for admin. So anyway, let's change gears a little bit here. Let's talk about the real NFL, not the SML. But the SML is as real as it gets. The NFL, T.Y. Hilton just won the receiving title, if I'm not mistaken.
Agreed.
Who's gonna win MVP?
Tom Brady, greatest of all time.
And what about Aaron Rodgers? You think? I mean, there's always a lot of love for Aaron Rodgers out there. There's a lot of guys. He's a good player. He always got that couple of them Hail Mary passes, seems like every year.
He's
the
the
Cardinals
most
playoff
talented.
game. He's definitely the most athletically gifted quarterback.
Yeah, I would agree.
Tom, he's well coached. He's a smart guy.
He wins.
He wins. But
Lowest touchdown to interception.
But can you
ratio.
say, if you take Tom Brady off the Patriots, are they out of the playoffs?
Yeah.
They won games without Brissett. He was gone. I know how many would they go 4-0 or 3-1 without Tom Brady
They went
this year?
3-1, but who did they beat?
They played
The Texans.
the Texans, Dolphins. I mean, yeah, they didn't play great competition, but then again, who have they beat with Tom Brady?
Who did they beat with Tom?
Yeah,
let me look at their schedule here real quick.
What's
let's
a great team that the Patriots have played this year where they've come out and Tom Brady said, "Here's my nuts. Let's see what you got." What has Tom Brady?
Well, I mean,
proved
historically,
this season. We're not talking about historically. We're talking about this season.
Now
Based on everyone's records this season, who have the Patriots played?
They surely were going to collapse though. With weren't there problems towards the tail end of the Brady suspension where everyone was getting
Injuries.
injured?
Yeah. With
Jimmy
Brissett
Garoppolo went down.
Yeah.
That's another good point by Space Ghost White.
They beat Denver. Denver's a talented team.
Denver didn't even make playoffs this year.
Baltimore, great team. Good
Baltimore didn't make playoffs this year either.
They lost to Seattle. They beat Pittsburgh 27-16.
Okay, Pittsburgh.
Brissett, where is Brissett? The first 4 games.
So really,
Beat the Cardinals. Cardinals suck this year, though.
Yeah, so basically the only team the Patriots beat all year long that was any good was the Steelers.
But I guess what I'm saying is when you're looking at Tom Brady, you don't have to go off of just 1 year to grade him because he's played for 15 years and been consistent.
Well,
So
yeah,
you
his
can-
consistency is definitely there. I'm just saying, though, why are you crowning Tom Brady the MVP this year when they haven't played elite teams this year? They really, in my opinion, I don't.
I'm just
saying
that
they could play anyone in there. They showed them they went 3-1, and the Patriots made they had a winning record without Tom Brady.
See, I think this is fair, and I don't usually do this, but I think it's fair to take a look back at the track record and let it speak.
Is your name Skip Bayless? So you're just coming up with bullshit right now?
No, I think that the Bill Belichick-Tom Brady tandem has proven to be successful. It's a powerhouse in the playoffs, time and time again, rolling over.
I'm a Colts fan.
Let me find out. You guys both have your balls in a little cup here.
I mean,
I'm trying to say some status quo
I gotta
stuff.
look at this. No matter what you say,
Right.
I'm a Colts fan, but
Absolutely.
he's played 12 games this year, right?
Right.
Right. He's
Read me the stat line. I know that's where you're going.
And, he hasn't played the best teams, but you can't argue that he's shown up to play every game. 28 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
That's pretty impressive. I'll give you that.
And he hasn't taken checkdowns. He's put the ball down the field, carved up everybody he's played. He's playing with the man.
No, I'm not discrediting what Tom's done. But I'm just saying, are the Patriots actually the best team this year? Is Tom Brady really the best player? Or is Aaron Rodgers with no running game? And he's done some incredible things with a less talented team. I don't know.
Yeah, he's done more with less.
And even if you want to talk about putting a team on your back, let's talk about the fact the Colts won 8 games with no offensive line, no real roster help around. Andrew Luck, who is getting killed in the social, in the media right now, and no one wants to give Andrew. I mean, I know they take Andrew Luck off the Colts, and they went 8-8 last year. They won 4 games with Matt Hasselbeck, but I don't know. I guess.
Right, well, here's another question. I believe they have home field advantage, do they not?
Yeah,
the Patriots absolutely do.
Now, who is going to go into Foxborough out of the AFC in
Nobody.
the playoffs and beat them?
The only
team that maybe do is maybe. I was going to say maybe Oakland.
But they're down to not even Matt
Not
McGloin.
even
They're
Carr.
down to Connor Cook now, the rookie. So, the only team, people say the Chiefs, they don't have the firepower to do it.
No.
The only team that could do is Pittsburgh because they have the firepower and the experience, but I just don't.
And they beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and their defense is cheating.
All right, so if we're putting in the Patriots in the Super Bowl, who in the NFC? I think I'm picking the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be Patriots-Cowboys.
I think I said Seattle last time. I'm going back on that and saying the Falcons. I like Matt Ryan.
You think Matt Ryan's finally going to get done in the playoffs?
I like Matt Ryan.
I no problem with Matt Ryan. I like Matt
say-
Ryan,
I
but
would say,
do you think it's a good pick though? If you were putting, let's say you're putting $10,000 down, are you going to be putting $10,000 down on betting on Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
And
I
would
would
you
say
absolutely?
Eli Manning and the Giants,
Yeah, that's a good one too.
or
Oh, yeah. Now, wouldn't that be cool? Another
Green Bay Packers.
Giants-Patriots Super Bowl. I think everyone wants to see a fourth edition.
When it comes to the playoffs,
Yeah, right.
you just can't take away from clutch factor and experience. And with Eli, Rodgers,
He's got experience.
and Matt Ryan.
I just think that the Cowboys had the best roster in the NFL.
Yeah, I think
if you want to talk about, you put in another crap, cold Super Bowl game like the Broncos winning, where they could not run the ball. The Seahawks absolutely thumped them, and the Cowboys had the best offensive line in the NFL, no doubt. I don't think anyone can question that.
Yeah, the best line.
Zeke is a stud.
Top
He
5.
can run all over anybody. Their defense is nothing to scuff at.
Yeah, not the best.
They honestly have a talented all-around team. I mean, the special teams even. I mean, you can even talk about the kicker.
Yeah, Dan Bailey's a great kicker.
It's not a bad team. I think, honestly, people are just sitting there because Dak Prescott is inexperienced. They can win the game without Dak Prescott doing much. And I don't think he's had a bad year if you look at the stats. We'll go into that to the next podcast. I'll actually bring some points to this, but
Dak Prescott is not a bad player.
no, he's not.
But I just think at some point the Dallas defense is going to let up more than 30 points a game, and it's going to make Dak Prescott throw it. And then when you make a rookie, inexperienced player throw it in a big game, I think he's going to force the issue.
All right, real quick. You and I talked about this past week, and we almost bought tickets to this game. I did.
Oh, yeah.
We could have got Colts tickets for $10.
Yeah.
So basically, that tells you where the demand for the Colts. Obviously, they didn't have any playoff implications in this game.
Right.
Do you think Chuck Pagano and Grigson are safe?
Well, I don't think they're safe, but I'm kind of on the fence about it. I kind of want Chuck back,
right?
And I don't want Grigson.
No,
back.
I agree. Grigson needs to be gone. I don't care if they get Manning or they bring Bill Polian out of retirement. Anyone.
Because if you look at the team, and people rip Chuck, and I don't think you're a big Chuck supporter either, but people rip Chuck, and they went 8-8. Is the roster even an 8-8 talent? Like,
no, that's not my issue with Chuck, because I think Chuck's been doing the best he can with what he's been given by general management, and the fact that for some reason Irsay's back in Grigson. I don't know if they just decide these two are a package deal or what the deal is.
Well, they signed a contract last year where they're both, if one's gone, they're both gone.
Do you think that realistically, right now, yes or no, will they be back? With
I think they'll be back this year, and then if they don't make the playoffs next year.
All right, so if they're back in Indianapolis, I'm saying that they're not going to be in the playoffs next year either.
Yeah, I mean,
because they haven't had the track record these 4 years of making the correct offseason moves to better this team. I'm sure they finally got offensive line. They finally got. They brought in Ryan Kelly.
The reason why I think they're going to make the playoffs next year is because they have the easiest schedule in football. They play the AFC South. Their offensive line's getting better, and Andrew Luck's hitting his prime. If you look at his stats, he's got MVP numbers.
I mean, I hope so. I hope they finally,
But I'm not saying
overachieve
they're
going
to win a Super Bowl. I'm just saying that
right.
They're probably gonna go 10-6, 11-5, make the playoffs, maybe win a game or two, and then get thumped by New England.
That's fair enough.
All right, real quick before we go, Super Bowl predictions. Go ahead. You don't have to give a score. Just
the teams.
Teams and who wins.
New England and the Falcons, and I'm gonna say the Falcons.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say New England and the Green Bay Packers, and I'm going New England.
Well, I'm gonna say New England and the Cowboys. Honestly, I mean, if New England makes it, I mean, if the Cowboys play anybody but New England, I say the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. But I mean, if Tom Brady gets back in that situation, I think that they would win the Super Bowl.
And if Tom Brady wins this Super Bowl, is he the greatest of all time?
He already is. He already is. Have to go Tom Brady.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's good enough for this podcast. We'll definitely have to hit this again sometime soon. It's always a pleasure talking to you, gentlemen. Like I said, this is Colts owner Primetime 000 with Eagles owner Space Ghost White. I'm also here with Field Journal 007, the SML Seahawks owner. This is your host, Dick Little. Thank you for your time. Be sure to like, subscribe, take care, have a great day.